Hello all. Welcome to the webinar Motadata Overview with Use Cases with Bulwark, Emtech and Motadata. So we first pass on to our esteemed speaker of the webinar, which would be Akhil, the product specialist from Bulwark. So Akhil, over to you now. All right, thank you.
Very good morning to each and everyone present over here. We will be starting the session right now. Before moving, I would like to thank each and everyone who has joined the session, who are a value added, a valued customers of Emtech. This session, this webinar, as you all know, is organized by Emtech team, and the product that will be focused over here is Motadata. I'll just introduce about myself. My name is Akhil Francis, and I am the product specialist from Motadata, from Bulwark team, who is handling Motadata over here. We are partnered with our like a very strategic partner of ours with Emtech. So I'll give just a brief understanding and a introduction about Bulwark, and followed by that, the Motadata team will drive you through the session. As you all know about Emtech, Emtech is a like as I mentioned is a strategic partner of ours that we are working since a long time, and I'll just give a brief about us. During today's webinar, we will be understanding about Motadata, the market pain points, the Motadata solution overview. Will also be going through some use cases and a live demo, which will help us understand about Motadata and its features and all in depth. Throughout the session, we'll be having, you can share whatever queries you have, you can address to us. And at the end, we will be having a Q&A session. We'll be addressing all your queries over there. So whenever you have any doubt, any queries and all, you can at that moment itself, you can like message on that panel itself. So introducing about ourselves. So Bulwark, we are a value-added distributor in this region for the past 24 plus years. And we were started in 1999, and we have been a successful information security value-added distributor for the region. We have signed with the key security vendors to be able to address the security issues, concerns in the region out here. We have almost like more than 700 plus business partners in Middle East and India as well. We have our offices in India and also in Saudi. Our main headquarters is in Dubai. Uh, we have been identified that there are a lot of gaps in securities and loopholes there, and a lot of concerns that the current security vendors are carrying out in this region to address that. And we have brought in a very key of best of breed technology vendors to be able to address those, and one among them is Motadata. So Bulwark is an established like with excellence of track. We have been like world class products and all. We have been award winning a lot of products and excellent customer service and all. Uh, with Motadata, there are a lot of features that we can address over here. If you talk about ticketing, if you talk about asset management, you talk about patch management, you talk about network monitoring solution, everything are bundled up in this solution, and it can address that. So what we do is that we are a like extended arm for this vendor who are out, who are not in this region, and in this region we act as an extended arm for them, and whatever comes in with regard to the support, the everything and all can be presented through us and also through your reseller, that is Emtech. Okay. So we have a dedicated sales, marketing, technical, and every team, certified team over here in Dubai itself, and also in Saudi, who will be supporting us. But always in this matter, you get a three-layered of support. One is from Emtech team, one is from Bulwark team, and at the end, if you still the support has to be carried forward, you can get that from the Motadata team. What I'll do is that I'll just pass on my baton to Miral. So I'm just introducing about Miral and Kavit, who have joined in from the Motadata team. Kavit is the regional sales manager for the GCC countries and European region. Miral handles the pre-sales from the vendor side itself, Motadata, for GCC country. So Miral will be driving us to the session over here. She'll be introducing about Motadata, what they are into, and also she'll be helping us with the demo also, wherein we can see the platform, we can understand what can be done with this valued product solution and its various features. Okay, and what I'll again, I'm just insisting on one part throughout this session. Whenever you have a query, you can surely ask that, put that on the panels itself, and we'll be addressing those queries at the end. Okay, so yeah, Miral, all over to you.
Okay, so first of all, thank you all for joining today's webinar. As Akhil briefed us about that, what this webinar is going to be about. So we'll be covering what Motadata as an OEM we have, and what landscapes we have, and what different type of platforms currently we are carrying, so that we could be the best fit in the market, right, for both the product offerings that we have. So firstly, as for the flow of webinar, we'll be going through the presentation part, and then we'll also go through the live demonstration, so that we'll get to know that how and what different capabilities currently the product is carrying, and how best well we can pitch to the customers. So starting with the presentation side, so firstly, I would like to highlight on when we started. So it's been more than 10 years now that we are Motadata, we OEM, we are into this business. We have been working in 25 plus different countries now. The headquarters of Motadata is in India. It's in Ahmedabad, India, and here we have around 150 plus strong workforce. So we have dedicated development team, support team, implementation team, pre-sale, sales. We all of us we sit over here, and definitely the Bulwark and Emtech, all the resellers and partners are the extended hand onto the other side. So yes, so entire workforce sits over here. We have 250 plus partners throughout the globe currently. Majorly, when we talk about the customer segments with both the products that we are currently focusing and we already had. So we have a huge customer base in telecom, government, and enterprise, and we would be more focusing on the enterprise side now. So we have many huge deployments with both of our products in all of these segments. Talking about the awards and recognitions, so we have been recognized by Gartner. We also have been recognized as Deloitte. In Asia, we have been fastest growing IT company, so we have been recognized by Deloitte as well. We as well as the CIO Trek brand and the IDC part. So that's how the company has been formed, and it's been more than 10 years we are into this business with both of the products. So moving on to what different product segments currently we are looking into. So majorly with yeah. So with the Motadata offering, we are focusing on two major segments. One is the Motadata AIOps, that is one of the platform that is entirely for the observability part of any network infrastructure, data centers that we talk about. So with Motadata AIOps, we have the modules of infra monitoring, we have the network observability, wherein any customer they can have their entire network overview through that platform. We also have the log analytics, and lastly the network automation part. Again, with the AIOps, we have a modular approach. So we get a customer can always look down to just the infra monitoring, just the observability part, and moreover, they can also have a proactive analysis with the platform. Talking about the other segment regarding the service ops, so the platform name is Motadata Service Ops, wherein we can manage all the IT service part. So entire ticketing part we can help to carry out with. We also have on the same platform, we also have the service desk part, which includes many other pink verified processes, which will help us streamline all the internal processes of any organization. So we have the service desk, we have the asset management, wherein any organization can manage any of their different kind of assets. With that, they can also have the financial management as well. And lastly, for the patching part, wherein we can always patch the endpoints of the organization, so that giving customer an universal view from of the platform. Again, both these platforms that we are looking at are proprietary solutions of Motadata, and it's quite modular for all of the modules. Okay, we'll be jumping on to more details in coming slides. So yes, now this slide majorly refers to the Gartner ITOM positioning, or I would say the landscape. So how basically Motadata products would fit into market. So first is the experience management part. When it comes to experience management, it's about unifying all the different processes that are going on in the organization. So processes like we want to manage the tickets, we want to manage any releases that are happening in the organization, or else we want to manage any projects that internally organization wants to manage. So it's entire the process and service related part that we are capturing with the experience management. So with that, our entire service ops part would fit in, wherein with the service ops part, we would be giving the service management, we would be giving the asset life cycle, where we would also be able to manage the CMDB, and majorly it would give us an entire overview on service and process part for the experience management side. Now looking down to the performance analysis, so according to Gartner, when it comes for the performance analysis, it majorly looks down to that how the data centers are operationing, how the networks are operationing in any customer base. So for that, our entire AI ops part would fit in there. So with that, we would be able to give the proactive performance analytics. We would be able to give the log analytics part. We would be able to monitor the faults that are there at any network or at any data center level. So therein, our entire AI ops part would fit into that landscape. Majorly for the delivery automation, definitely the entire world is moving towards the automation wherein the AI is coming into picture, and moreover the proactive approach should be taken by the platform itself. So for that, yes, with both the products we have the IT process automation, wherein each process can be automated, wherein each of the workflows can be automated, and system would proactively deliver the actions and trigger events over the different devices, we can say, or over the entire platform as well, so that not the human intervention is minimized. So that definitely we fall into the process automation part. Then when we come to the configurations, so yes, any IT, any enterprise business, government business, they will have their devices which needs to be configured at a right level. So definitely for that, we have the network configuration management as well, which provides a great automation by baselining different devices so that all the devices in the infra can be at the same page, right? So that we can manage all the compliances as well. And lastly, the patch part. So again, that is more over to the endpoint side, or that is more over to the different type of OS side. So with the patch management also, we provide the automation wherein all the devices of an organization, all the endpoints, all the servers, everything can be at the same level. So yes, we are catering into two major landscape of Gartners. Plus with that, we also are catering into different automation part of with both the products. Okay. Moving on to the moreover how we have come up with the AI ops platform. So again, the entire world is moving towards AI, right? So we have come up with this new platform itself, wherein we have our own data lake developed, which would help our customers to get single second latency for their network infra. Now, when we talk about network, so network will have multiple different kind of devices, right? So there has to be multiple other processes which helps proactive monitoring of that network. So with this platform, we have come up with the capabilities like anomaly detection, auto remediation, root cause analysis, hybrid monitoring. When we say hybrid monitoring, it's that currently the world is having two types of infra. One, the on-prem infra, and another on the cloud. And majorly all the customers have the hybrid infra where some of the devices are on cloud, some of the devices are on-prem. So to cater such kind of requirements, we basically came up with this AI platform. With that, definitely we can monitor the entire infra. We can have it correlated between different events that are being captured by the system on network level. With that, we can also predict the data. The system can predict the data, and it would give us a proactive remediation, that if any let's say, for example, if any device is going down, how a proactive remediation a platform can give. So this is a base requirement for any customers nowadays. So that with this platform, we definitely can cater. Now, when we look down to that, how different devices can be added, or what are the different approaches? So we have the agentless and agent-based approach, wherein we can just scan the networks. Also, with this platform, we have come up with our agents, which can be deployed at the endpoint level, so that once every single second, a real-time view can be given with this platform. So this was the main we would say our idea behind coming up with this specific platform. Okay, now we would be discussing on what different challenges currently in any enterprise business would be looking at. So when we look down to monitoring tools, right? So it's quite challenging that we have different platforms for each deployment, right? So what we have done is, it's a universal platform. Any data point can be added onto Motadata side. So what we say is, we have the infra part, we have the log analytics, we have the network automation. Everything is under a single instance. So whenever customers want to correlate between any of this data, Motadata platform would come into picture, because it's a single pan of instance. We do not need to install each module on each instance. Everything is on a universal pan that customers can get a view. Now, on the alerting side, so yes, definitely when it comes to data centers, when it comes to infra part, the alerting is the most unmanageable thing that any customer is looking for. So with this, we have come up with the baselining, we have come up with the thresholds, so that system would itself understand that when exactly to notify to the admins of the organization. Not every time we need to get it notified. So with the AIOps, we are managing all such alerts as well, which would be proactive alerts definitely, and it would be real time as well. The system would understand that when the admin should be notified. Again, as I mentioned, that there are multiple data sets when it comes to network part, right? So what we have done is, to manage the huge database, I mean say, to manage any kind of such data entry points, right? What we have done is that we have a modular approach. Again, all of these data sets can be incorporated within a single instance itself, single platform itself, so that we can map all the events, we can map all the logs, we can map all the matrix, we can map all the flows, we can map all the packets as well. So entire network part can be catered within the single frame itself. So that system, the Motadata AIOps part, is managing all such entry points of data with this platform. Again, definitely the entire future would be moving towards the AI side. So moreover, we already have many of the AI capabilities with the system. We would be coming up with more proactive approaches on the network end, so that customers, they can get the real-time view, they can get the proactive actions triggered, they can have the proactive runbooks triggered right from the system itself. So these are the major challenges that currently, when we look down to any enterprise business, when it comes to network, infra, or data center part, these are the major challenges. With that, definitely we can map with Motadata AIOps part, so that all of these challenges are highly manageable by the AIOps. Okay, now these are the platform highlights basically. So when we say it's a unified observability platform, how it is firstly unified, as I mentioned, that there are multiple type of data sets when it comes to infra, when it comes to network. So all kind of data sets like matrix, event, log, packets, all such kind of data sets can be managed with the AIOps platform. So that is one of the unified approach that we are taking. Then we have a single agent, majorly for servers, applications. so that customer who are looking for a single second, or we can say a real-time monitoring of their infra, they can use the Motadata agent to have a single second latency. Okay, so that again is a forwarded point for the unified side. Now for the AIML and machine learning part. So we have come up with other functions like anomaly detection, forecasting, baselining, which would help the system to understand once it has good amount of data, it start understanding the customer's infra. And on top of it, it gives us all the proactive detections, it gives us all the proactive forecasted value so that we can always take care of our network in future. So that's the ML part the system is doing. And lastly, for any kind of, we can say, troubleshooting, right? So we have a lightning fast queries, we have different root cause analysis, we have the entire topology part as well, wherein the mapping of different devices would be done, right? And again, everything under a single pan. So that's why we call it as a unified approach for any kind of data sets. Over that, the system is performing the automation and then giving us the remediation as well. Okay, moving on to some detailed highlights of the platform. So here, when we look down to network observability, so definitely it comes to the collection of different data. Over that, the system is doing the proactive approach for anomalies, for forecasted value. We map all of this data on topology side so that better visualizations can be given, right? And once done, there will be alerting whenever any device is going down or whenever any data centers are affected, right? So that it can also capture all of the network side. It will do the proactive analytics over it, and it will give us a required alerts or thresholds on daily basis. Then for the log part, so again, any different kind of logs can be ingested with the system. We have come up with many different features on log side, wherein different parsers are already there with the system. Any kind of log that is being generated on infra level can be ingested with the Motadata AIOps part. So that is again one of the USP that we have come up with, that we are not just dealing with the system logs or any audit logs or error logs. With Motadata platform, we can ingest any kind of log, and over that, we can have a proactive actions triggered right through the platform. So that's the log part that we are doing. Then when we go to the infrastructure side, so definitely we have the correlation. Again, the agent will help us to collect all the matrix log flow by the utilization of agent itself. So any infra can scale up to n number of devices with Motadata infrastructure and with the Motadata platform. And lastly, for the automation side, so for the remediation part, system already has many actions, system already has many runbooks, it has many such proactive scripts written within it, wherein any device going down or any actions that we want to perform through the platform itself can be done automatically. So entire remediation part is taken care by Motadata itself. So moreover, these are the major highlights that how the entire observability we are giving to all of our customers. Okay, now moving on to the other segment that we are serving with the Motadata service ops part. So firstly, that yes, we are PeopleCert certified with ITIL v4. We are also pink verified with 6 different processes with this system. There are 4 major modules that the system carries. One is the help desk part, another is the service desk. For the assets, we can manage all the IT, non-IT, consumable assets. And lastly, the patching of OS and also the third-party applications. So these are the module product offering that comes under the service ops part, which is moreover to managing the services and processes of any organization. Okay, so this how we are compliant with ITIL infra, right? So definitely when the Motadata service ops comes into picture, right? There is going to be the automation, there is going to be the AIML part, there is going to be a unified approach for any of the modules that we looked at. right? So firstly, that there is a multi-channel self-service wherein any user, they can come to the platform, not mandatorily through Motadata, but any integrations, any third-party integrations that a system is having, right? Through that, users can come to the platform. Over that, the platform will help us to give the proactive approach for all the internal admins by giving them the AI service desk, by managing their assets, by managing the entire service delivery, by managing the automation through workflows and approvals, by managing their endpoints through the patch management, and lastly, by managing all the escalations and OLS within the organization. So that is where the Motadata Service Ops comes into picture. Okay, again, it's a unified platform. It has multiple such modules. It has automation with all the modules. It has REST APIs for all the modules, so that any third-party integration can be seamlessly done with the system. AI/ML part, moreover, for the platform insights that we'll go through the demo itself, right? And definitely we can manage all the user level data. We can manage all the service level, process level data, and finally giving an output through the AI part. Okay. So looking down to some challenges of any organization having any business services, right? So firstly, that definitely the flood of tickets. So with the Motadata Service Ops, how the flood of tickets can be managed. The system has multiple ways through which tickets can be integrated into the system. Over that, the system has multiple functions, like it can merge different tickets. It can help us, it can help the admins to identify different changes or problems within the system, so that this flood of tickets can be minimized. Regarding the notifications as well. Now, there are many other insights on the service ops part as well. It has the integration with the AI ops as well. So let's say any network device, any network data center going down, right? Definitely they can have a ticket raised in remote data service ops platform. So that ticket creation, all such integrations can also be mapped on the service ops part. Plus, when it comes to compliances, so definitely there are going to be some escalations which needs to be matched as per the organization standards. There are some hardware prohibitions as well which needs to be matched at the organization level. So all such functions can be carried out with this service ops part, wherein all the assets can be at a single page, where all the tickets can be at the single page. And again, the workflow part, the automation that we always talk about, will help us trigger all the different type of actions over to the assets, over to the tickets, over to any task that has been defined within the system. So it majorly helps us in all of the challenges that we have highlighted over here. Okay. Yes, definitely that some more other challenges. So definitely with the system, we have the automated approvals, right? So it's not like that all the approvals has to be done through the system itself. There are multiple other ways through which approvals can be done and catered with the Motadata Service Ops part. Plus, all the different type of operations that we are looking at can be settled with the service catalogs part of the Motadata. And definitely the major issue that any ITSM product or any organization faces is the time that an admin is giving by working on any ticket, working on any asset, right? So to remediate that, to have an look over it, the system is having multiple SLAs, so that any violations are happening or anything is escalating, multiple actions can be triggered within the system, wherein the department heads, wherein the CXOs, CEOs, they can be notified with all the challenges that they are facing within their current process or service that they have defined, right? So definitely the SLA and OLA parts are going to help on the service and the process level with the Motadata Service Ops. Okay. So again, coming back to the platform offering. So yes, we have the AI-enabled service desk. Why we refer to as AI-enabled? Because there are multiple features of AI wherein the system would help in proactive assignment of categories, proactive assignment of technicians, so that the SLAs are not breached and they are timely matched as per organization standard. So we have the entire service desk part. Then we have the asset management, wherein all the IT, non-IT consumable asset would be mapped. And lastly, the patch management, where all the endpoints from different locations centrally we can have a look at to all the endpoints. We can have a look at to how the different endpoints have the different missing patches, and centrally from the service ops we can push those missing updates to all the endpoints, and managing all the risk at the end of with all the endpoints that we have collected. Okay, so few more things that on the service desk side, again, we have many ITL compliant processes. So definitely entire categorization, AI-based categorization, the system is delivering us. AI-based knowledge suggestion, the system is giving us. There is a multi-language support wherein any standard languages can be supported by the system. At user level, they can have their own language preference. When we look down to the asset management, so again, we can manage IT, non-IT, consumable assets, so that we can have the entire inventory set over there. With that, we can also have the financial map. With that, we can also have the agent-based discovery, which would help us to get the remote of the endpoints centrally from the Motadata platform. So remote desktop is also one of a very integral part of the Motadata asset management. Coming back to the patch side, so centrally we can scan all the endpoints present in the organization. We can have the missing updates identified. All the admins, they can push the missing updates right from the system itself, which can be Linux, Windows, or Mac OS flavored. Plus, we can also have any software deployed to any endpoint centrally or at any specific location as well. So entire part is taken care by the patch management side as well. Lastly, going for the conversational AI that we are talking about. So yes, we have the entire graphical workflow builder. We have the NPL engine as well. We have the seamless third-party integrations wherein for all the modules we have the REST APIs. So any third parties can be integrated with the system. We have done multiple integrations, like we have done the Freshdesk integration, we have done the WhatsApp integration, we have done many ERP integration, Oracle Fusion integrations, wherein bidirectional integrations is also supported by the system, and everything under a single pan we can give to our customers. And yes, we have the OOB integrations as well, which has Slack, Teams, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook, which is inbuilt with the system. Okay, so majorly for the customization side, so definitely both the products can be integrated through REST APIs. Plus, there are multiple other customization dynamic forms that can be created. And both the platforms are driven through dashboards. So it has many beautiful dashboards, which would be very much helpful for all the admins, for all the CXOs, CEOs, so that they can have the network visibility, as well as they can have all the process and service visibility in the organization. Okay, regarding the deployment, so yes, firstly, the AIOps can be deployed on-prem. It can also be deployed on a private cloud of the customers. With the service ops side, the platform can be deployed on-prem, it can be deployed on private cloud, also it can be deployed as a SaaS. So multiple deployment options are possible as per the customer expectations. Okay, now looking down to some huge successful deployments. So these are most of our valuable customers like Redwin, 7-Eleven, Indian Oil, PwC, where we have huge deployments of around 15,000 nodes, 200 admins, technicians, I would say. So majorly these are the major deployments till now we have done. Plus there are some other deployments as well. Kavit, if you want to highlight anything over here, you can jump in.
Sure, Miral. So, as you can see, these are very few customer logos that we have, kept it over here, but we have it across all the industries, right from government to PFSI to healthcare, education, manufacturing. We have, you can see United Arab Bank, we have Emirates Healthcare, Z Sport City, DU Telecom, We have Vodafone and all the other case studies that we have who have trusted our products, the AI ops and service ops, and using it since a very long time. We can surely provide you more case study details on request once we get along, and we would love to have your logos as well over here, and and serve you and solve your IT operational challenges through our products. Yes, Miral.
Thanks, Kavit. So I guess that's it from the presentation side. I'll quickly jump on to the live demo of both the products. And then I guess we can move ahead with the question answers part. So, okay, so currently I've logged in into the Motadata AIOps. Again, as I mentioned that we are catering the entire infra part, we are catering entire observability. With that, we have the log and analytics and network automation as well. So all of the modules under a single pan we can cater, right? So I want to highlight a dashboard over here, which is moreover the performance summary dashboard. Okay. Akhil, you want to add something?
No, Miral, nothing.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so I was talking about the performance summary part, so which is an aggregated dashboard for all different kind of entry points that we are looking at. So as we look down to server, we look down to networks, we look down to databases, we look down to cloud infra like AWS, Azure, O365. We look down to the virtualization side. So all the devices that we have incorporated would be showcased on the performance summary part. It will showcase that how the utilizations is done by each and every device, like how different CPUs are being utilized, how different memories are being utilized, what are the different packet drops, latency, plus how the disk IOPS details, disk space details. Moreover, it will give us an aggregated view on different kind of utilization KPIs that system is capturing. I would like to highlight one of a very good dashboard, that is a CXO dashboard, wherein majorly an entire overview of platform is given. Firstly, we can see that how different network devices have been configured and what's the availability. Location-wise, different devices which are there at different locations that CXOs can always check. Plus the entire heat map summary or alert summary that we refer to as that any device going down at any specific location can be alerted through dashboard itself. Plus we can see top 5 applications which are being used in our infrastructure, top 5 devices according to their link availability, right? So entire CXO dashboards would be very specific to, let's say, network or let's say servers, right? And such visual representation of dashboards can be created with the system. System has many predefined ones, but at each level we can have multiple dashboards created. One of the other thing that we were looking at was regarding the AI part the system is scattering. So system has multiple anomalies, multiple forecasting values for all different type of devices. So that we can always refer to the metric part, right? Wherein for each device, unlike other competitions, for each device we can have all of the KPIs collected, and with for each of the KPIs we can have the anomalies, we can have the forecasted values catered by the system itself. So we just have to drag and drop, and over that we can have the forecasted values, we can have the anomalies right over here. Plus, I would like to showcase one more dashboard. Yeah. So this is one of a generic dashboard, which is an aggregated one of all different kind of anomalies, all different kind of forecasting values that are being identified. Let's say, for example, this is for for a specific interface. anomalies for today's date. So any high points that are there, any abnormal behavior that system has identified would be showcased on the dashboard itself. Plus, majorly on the traffic utilization side, on the bandwidth utilization side, this widget would help us to identify that how the traffics are being used, from which sources to which destination, and in Mbps or Gbps, how the traffic is being utilized. So those entire forecasted value the system would showcase us, an entire prediction range it would give us at interface level, at device level, anything. Also moving to the log explorer side, so system has a beautiful log explorer where again different kind of logs can be created. We can see that there are system logs, error logs, audit logs, any such log patterns that are being identified. Each log having their raw log can be ingested. With that, entire parsing can be done, and again for all of the logs we can have the alerts triggered as well. Same way for the utilization, we have beautiful Sankey chart approach wherein from source to destination how the traffic is flowing or how much bandwidths are getting utilized, over which ports the systems are communicating. All such type of Sankey charts can be incorporated on flow level as well. Moving on to topologies. So yes, with this platform, we have come up with the cloud topologies. We have come up with the network topologies and virtualization topology. So if we look down to, let's say, a topology of devices, so wherein how different servers, different access points, different network devices, like switches, routers, firewall, how they are connected into the system. If at all, like any device is going down from the seed device, how they are being impacted and why the seed device is not throwing any alerts. All such proactive approach can be showcased on the topology level itself. Same way if we go for the virtualization part, wherein we can see an ESXi topology. So here we have done, we have come up to the granularity. Let's say the ESXi has multiple VMs configured, and each VM having a service running, having an application running on it, can be mapped on the topology level. So that whenever the admins, the network admins, they come to the platform, they'll get to know that okay, whether the issue is from ESXi level or at the service level or at the application level or at the VM level, all such can be mapped on the topology itself. And lastly, for the NCM part, so definitely we can have the configuration backups for different network devices, be it switches, routers, firewalls. We can have it configured over here. We can also set multiple baselines so that if at all the baselines are not matched by any device with the Motadata platform, then definitely over that the platform would alert us, would give us a proactive results as well, that because of this the baseline has not been matched. Plus we can always have a look down to how the device have been backed up and what were the configuration changes at the device level. So a single unified view would be given when we talk about the matrix, when we talk about the configuration, when we talk about the logs, flows, and everything. Definitely all such beautiful dashboards as well for each and every device type. Okay. I hope till now the AIOps part is clear to everyone. Any questions from anyone?
You can drop your questions on the chat and we'll answer all your questions.
Okay. Then I guess I'll quickly jump on to the service ops as well. Right. So it's an ITR compliant platform, and moreover, we would be catering multiple different processes of ITLs with this platform. So yes, definitely I've logged in into the support portal, which is the end user portal. Again, as we mentioned that there are multiple ways through which tickets can be raised into the system. Coming to the platform, other major integrations like WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Facebook, which are the OOB integrations with the system. So all of this, all through all of these platforms, the end users they'll get a way to raise tickets into the system. Now, when we look down to the technician side, wherein the technicians can have the look at all the different type of dashboards. Yeah, so where the technicians, they can have the look at all the different type of dashboards. Let's say we go to the asset dashboard, they can have, they can see that what different type of assets have been added, at which locations their assets are sitting, what are different status of their assets. Same way for the help desk, we can have a customized dashboard for the patch as well. And all these are the modules that currently the service ops platform is supporting, which has the entire service desk part, wherein we can manage all the tickets, we can manage all the problem, changes, releases, projects, and knowledge base. Then we have the full-fledged asset management, wherein all the different type of IT, non-IT, consumable software assets can be managed. And lastly, the patch management, wherein all the endpoints can be patched within the system. Few more highlights on the AI part. So yes, we have a virtual agent, which is an AI chatbot we refer to as. Now again, the system is designed in such a way that as per customer expectation, we can have those chat flows created within the system. And once this chat flows have been created, we just have to keep training the system so that accordingly it will calculate the entire flow and would respond to the end users. Plus, all these are the OOB integrations that we were looking at. Plus the smart suggestion part. Now, this is where the AI majorly comes into the picture on the service ops side. So when we refer to as smart suggestions, so whenever different type of tickets are being raised into the system, once the system has some amount of data, it will start showcasing different categories, automatically showcase different categories to the technicians. It will showcase that, okay, this technicians groups can work on such tickets. Plus, it will automatically suggest the resolutions as well, where the resolution can be the knowledge bases, it can be response templates, which would be automatically done by the system. So we need to have this function enabled. And again, there is no extra licensing for that. This is within the system itself. Just a quick glances on our ticket side. So any ticket that is being raised, right, will have multiple tasks, will have multiple approvals. So any such process that we are looking at can be captured over here on the service. I mean, the ticket side, plus different approvals can be catered. Now, this is the relation part, wherein the entire system can be related with each and every module. So let's say we have a ticket wherein we want to relate it with any asset or any problem, so that for the future purpose, the organization gets to know that how different kind of tickets they have captured and how the resolutions have been given for such tickets. So entire relation part is taken care over here. Plus moreover to the automation side, so we have the entire automation part, wherein there are different workflow automation for all the modules. Any workflows, multi-level workflows can be created with the system, and any n number of actions can be triggered. Plus the approvals part. This is one of a very important feature when it comes to any organization, that are the SLAs. So system has multiple SLAs defined, wherein different escalations, different OLAs can be defined, so that any escalations or tickets are violated, so that the department heads, managers of the organizations, they can be proactively notified with the system. And lastly, the reporting side. So we have the customizable reporting. There are many standard predefined reports available with the system. On top of it, any custom report can be generated through the system, wherein different visualizations can be incorporated. So just to highlight one of the ticket detail. So with the reports, we can have each details. Plus with that, we can have also different visualizations, which would mostly help the technicians, the group of managers, to identify that what different kind of tickets are being raised. Same way for the asset as well, they can map on the compliance level. Same way for the patch, if the missing updates have been patched or not, and how the deployments have been active. So all such can be done on the reporting level as well. System has many summary reports, many matrix report, tabular reports. Plus, the system gives us a flexibility of creating any query report, any API based report as well. So yeah, I guess I've covered most of the things. I'll quickly jump on to the questionnaire. Uh, yeah. Okay. We can go ahead.
Right. Thanks, Viral. I think we have a question from one of the attendees that is the licensing modular? Like we need only network monitoring part. So yes, the licensing is modular. So when you talk about the AI ops, though you will get under a single platform, but if you just want to go for a network monitoring, it's on number of devices. Also for the network configuration management, it's a number of devices that we charge on, and for the log and net flow monitoring, it's on based on GB per day. Whereas if we talk about the ITSM part, for the ticketing solution, it's based on number of technicians who will be handling the tickets. We charge on just on that basis, not on the end users or number of tickets. For asset management, it's a number of assets, and for patch management, it's a number of endpoints. I hope that answers your query, and we would love to take more questions if anyone has. And just to add on what Miral highlighted on this webinar, the advantage with Motadata is that you get a unified solution, compared to other products in the market, where you need to deploy different for server monitoring or for database monitoring. You need to have separate solutions. Then you fetch reports, and then you correlate things out. But with Motadata, you can do it under a single platform, whether it's from the network monitoring part or even from the ITSM part. When a requester raises a ticket, they can link the assets so the technicians can know each and every details of the tickets as well as the assets as well. So it's an added advantage with the unified approach. So you don't need to have a multiple solutions at your place and manage separately. It can be done through a single platform.
Uh, I guess there are no further questions, right? So, Kavit, Akhil, if you want to add anything, I guess that's it from my end. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the webinar. Over to you, Akhil.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miral and Kavit, for this valued informations and helping us understand about the service ops and the AI ops that is offered by Motadata. And surely I believe that there might be a lot of queries for a lot of our customers and all. So what we are expecting from you is that you can directly reach out to us, and or you can directly reach out to the Emtech team also, and we can plan for the maybe a dedicated session for your team, wherein we can understand what you are going through, we can understand the pain points for you, and we can deliver a session accordingly for you. We can also have a demo access, okay, or a POC for 1 week and all, so that you can run that on your environment and understand how Motadata can be more effective and help you on your daily activities of ticketing and network monitoring and all. One thing that, as Miral and Kavit mentioned, it's really great to have all the solution unified, a unified solution altogether. And when you talk about ticketing, when you talk about assets, when you talk about patch management, asset management, help desk, network monitoring solutions, everything offered by one vendor itself, and it's actually a very good advantage over here. Definitely, I believe we would like to take sessions one-on-one with the customers over here, and you can directly reach out to Mtech team or me, and we will be delivering a session. So a very big thank you to each and every one who was present over here and till this time listening to us and understanding of the solution. Looking forward to do business along with you and help you achieve your task and have a great business for you guys. So thank you, Miral and Kavit. Thank you, Mtech team, and thank you each and every customer who are present over here. Thank you. So we'll be having a feedback form after this, so you can surely fill in the feedback form and let us know when we can take up a call for your team and discuss one-to-one on how we can do business together. Yeah, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Right, thanks all. A
Thank you,
heartful
everyone.
note of thanks to the Motadata team and to the Emtech team and the customers too as well, who have taken the time to just attend the webinar. As mentioned, please do provide us your valuable feedback in the feedback evaluation form, which would be coming immediately on conclusion of the webinar. I hope you had an insightful session and look forward to your presence in our upcoming webinars too as well. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you.